Second out of Amsterdam, New York, the Einstein Construction Group, Donath Motorworks, car number 69C is Chad Miller. Rolling off third out of Carlisle, the Creative Edge Signs and Graphics Epic Raceware number 9 is Steve Lyons. And his outside going off fourth out of Lewiston, New York, the G&J Contracting 81 of Derek Jonathan. Starting fifth out of Fenwick, the Gibbons Contracting, Upper Canada Consultants, Amherst Crane and Pumping, car number 14H, that is a Red Rocket, Jim Hooperman. And starting in sixth out of Brantford, the Autover Finishers Canada, Stroh's Barbecue, Green Racing, Little Bend 110 of Jake Brown. Starting seventh out of Pancor, the CF Industrial, Lumar Excavating, number 38 of Tyler Hendricks. And the current point leader starts in eighth out of Brantford, the Haldex Brakes Hills Tire and Gas, number 10. Downtown Mitch Brown, 8 laps the distance, green flag off of corner number 4.
First time ever here for Chad Miller in the 69C. We'll see what he can do in that machine, but Derek Jonathan up on the top side where he likes to run, trying to get a run on the top too.
Side by side for the top spot, Jamie Turner and Chad Miller. Miller works it off of corner 4. He'll lead his first lap ever here at Oswego Speedway, with Derek Jonathan working the outside for second.
Jonathan takes second. Here comes Jake Brown, second place in points, trying to take that third spot away from Turner up front. Jonathan working on Miller now for the lead.
Here comes Derek Jonathan to the outside of Miller, going through corner number 1, doing a little bit of rim riding, and he's got a good run going down the backstretch. Can he keep it going into 3? Here comes Jonathan to the top side, give him the top spot for the second, but here comes Miller fighting back in the bottom.
Almost a dead heat at the line, but Jonathan does lead the lap, so Jonathan officially your new leader as he pulls away down the back straightaway. Miller back to second, then it's Brown fighting off Jamie Turner and his brother Mitch Brown. Jim hooping it up into the fight as well.
Cross flags are in the air, 4 in, 4 to go for Derek Jonathan out of Lewiston, New York, your current leader over Chad Miller out of Amsterdam, New York. The Little Bend 110 of Jake Brown, second place in points, runs third in this heat. And here comes his brother, Mitch Brown, to the inside of Jamie Turner, looking for fourth.
So Mitch Brown, that is gaining a few passing points there, up to fourth. But that's borderline for getting into the redraw, let's put it that way. He wants to get another spot or two as Derek Jonathan continues to open up his lead with 2 to go.
2 laps to go for Derek Jonathan, the G&J Contracting 81. Chad Miller right there in the second spot. Here comes Mitch Brown. He'll go by his brother now, set his sights on Chad Miller, racking up the passing points in the process.
Mitch Brown started 8th. He's working on second now on Chad Miller, and he's got it into turn number 1 and 2. Running out of time to try to catch Derek Jonathan.
Checkers will come out, and Creative Edge Signs and Graphics Heat Race number 1, and the win goes to Derek Jonathan. Mitch Brown will finish in second, Chad Miller third, fourth will be Jake Brown, fifth will go to Jim Hooperman, sixth will be Jamie Turner, seventh will be Tyler Hendricks, and eighth will go to the 9 of Steve Lyons. So your winner, Creative Edge Signs and Graphics Heat Race number 1 out of Lewiston, New York, the G&J Contracting number 81 of Derek Jonathan. Well, if you're going to get some passing points to win the Ackland Insurance Top Gun Award, it's going to be hard for anyone to beat Mitch Brown now. Start at 8th, finish second in that one. Still can be done, but Mitch Brown just set a pretty impressive benchmark there in that first qualifying heat. Second qualifying heat brought to you by Insta Insulation. Your starting lineup looks like this on the pole at a Caster Center. The KT Tobacco, Town Line Variety, Silo Wireless. Number 97 is Corey Turner. Rolling off second out of Waterdown, the Mahoney Inspection Services. Number 17X, it's Dynamite, Dane Nida. Starting 6th out of Thamesford, Ontario, the Vipond Ellercarn, Wriggling Brothers Trucking. 6 is Curtis Gartley. And in the back row, starting in the 7th spot out of Oakland, the Bradshaw Fuels, Oswego Speedway. 47X is Dylan Westbrook. And rolling off 8th out of Port Colborne, the Burger Barn H1's Construction. 5D of Dave Dykstra. White flag in the air. Next time by, we're going green flag racing. 8 laps the distance in Insta Insulation Heat Race number 2 with Corey Turner, Connor Mahoney on the front row.
Well, if anybody's going to match Mitch Brown's passing points total from Heat Race number 1, keep an eye on Dylan Westbrook and Dave Dykstra in the back row of this one.
Green flag in the air in the second qualifying heat. They rumble down into quarter number 1 with Corey Turner in that middle group, but here comes Connor Mahoney to the outside lane.
And look at Dykstra has already made up 3 or 4 positions, makes it 3 wide, 4 wide into corner 3 now.
Very impressive for Dave Dykstra. He's up to third, man oh man. If someone's going to beat Mitch Brown, it's going to take Dave Dykstra starting last and going to the front. He's almost there on the first lap.
Look at Mahoney, gets a run on Turner now into turn 3. and Mahoney has the lead for the moment, but Turner fights back on the inside. Mahoney looks like may have led that lap, though.
Yeah, on the leaderboard it says Connor Mahoney the leader, but here comes Turner back to the inside. Mahoney with a big head of steam. He made it by Turner. He has the lead into 3.
And now Mahoney drops it down a groove to the middle side, trying to pinch Turner down a little bit, and succeeds in doing that. Leads another lap with 3 on the board.
Connor Mahoney looking very impressive here in the second qualifying heat. And it is not an easy heat by any means at all, as now you've got Dave Dykstra working to the outside of the 97 of Corey Turner.
Dykstra cannot get the passing points award win by finishing second because Mitch Brown's already done that. Meanwhile, up front, Corey Turner gets a run on Mahoney again, but Turner may have the lead here out of corner 4.
Corey Turner is your leader on lap number 5 with Connor Mahoney in the second spot. Dane Nida has now found his way into the third position, put Dykstra back to 4th.
So now it's Turner back to the lead. Mahoney trying to work on him. Nida up to 3rd now in the 17X car as Dykstra falls into the clutches of Jordan Poirier.
Down the backstretch goes Corey Turner with Dane Nida now moving to the 2nd position. Connor Mahoney right there battling side by side with him with a white flag in the air.
So Turner now pulling away for the moment, but Nida gets a good run into corner 1 and 2. I think he's going to run out of time here to try to catch his teammate Corey Turner.
For the checkered flag in instant insulation heat race number 2, the win will go to Corey Turner. 2nd will go to Dane Nida. 3rd will be Connor Mahoney. 4th, Dave Dykstra. 5th is Dylan Westbrook. 6th, Jordan Poirier. 7th will be the 6th of Curtis Gartley, and John Burbridge Jr. completes the qualifying heat. Your winner of instant insulation heat race number 2 at a Caster Center. Driving the KT Tobacco Hills Racing number 97 is Corey Turner. 3rd and final qualifying heat brought to you by Strickland's GMC of Brantford. Starting lineup will look like this, going off from the pole position all the way from Auckland, New Zealand. Good to have them back aboard the Plastics Auto Recycler, Pyatt Spring and Alignment, Braemar Buildings, 9NZ. It's Havard Daniels. Rolling off from the 2nd spot, back in his white paper Farms, Bank of Montreal, Tony Stewart Racing, number 77X, the Six Nations sensation, Alex Hill. Starting 7th at Port Colborne, the eShine Car Care, car number 01J of Barry Beck Jr., and starting at 8th out of St. Matthew de Beloeil, Quebec, in the FM Industries, Four Season Foundation Fusion Electric Mega Pumping 28 FM, the Fireball, Steve Poirier. Eight cars, 8 laps the distance, brought to you by Strickland's GMC of Brantford. Green flag in the air of the third qualifying heat, brought to you by Strickland's. Here comes Styres to the outside. He'll grab the lead down the backstretch. Ryan Turner to the 2nd spot, and that's good news, Tommy, because he had problems in the hot laps.
Yeah, it sure looked like the engine might have gone sour on the 91, but not the case as he's starting to gain a bit on Glenn Styres now. Turner holding 2nd. Steve Poirier working on the 3rd position on the inside of Havard Daniels.
If anyone is going to beat Mitch Brown now for passing points, it's probably that 28 FM of Steve Poirier, the Fireball, up to 3rd already as he gets by Havard Daniels and sets his sight on the top 2.
Heat race win does get you a few extra passing points, so if Poirier can get that done, he will maybe beat Mitch Brown for the passing points award, but going to be a tough row to hoe here with Glenn Styres and Ryan Turner working on the first 2 positions.
3 laps into the record books. Glenn Styres leads. Ryan Turner has had a very impressive 2016 season. Sits right down that 2nd spot, working the inside line. Coming down, it'll be 4 laps in, 4 to go.
Those two could not get further apart on the track and still be racing for position. Styres way up on the top side. Turner against the bottom rail, and Turner now takes the lead down the back straightaway.
Ryan Turner at a Caster Center works that number 91 machine down to the inside line. Styres all fired up in that Ford tonight on the outside groove, trying to power around Ryan Turner as they work it down the backstretch. They'll have the lap car of Barry Beck Jr. right in front of them.
And Beck is running on the top side, so Styres is going to have to alter his groove here out of corner 4. Turner gets a great run down the front straightaway and opens up a big lead over Styres with 2 to go.
Yeah, 2 to go means time's running out for Steve Poirier to have any chance of winning the passing points here tonight. with Ryan Turner your leader. Now the lap car, Barry Beck, between he and Glenn Styres.
Poirier is running down Styres here as Styres cannot get around the lap car of Beck as of yet. White flag out for Turner up front.
Turner down the backstretch as your leader. Half a lap to go. Styres in the second spot. Poirier trying to work by the lap car of Beck now as they come off of corner number 4. Checkers in the air. Ryan Turner will pick up the win. Glenn Styres will finish in the second spot. Steve Poirier will come home in third. Then you've got Alex Hill coming home fourth in the 77X. Fifth will go to Howard Daniels. Sixth will be Scott Shirk. Seventh will be Lee Winger. And eighth will go to Barry Beck Jr. So your winner of Strickland GMC Heat Race number 3 at a Caster Center in the Aces Bar and Grill. Car number 91, it's Ryan Turner. So that concludes qualifying heats for the Cool Kids. Corpac Sprint Cars. Up next, it is the Bombers. Gales Auto Aftermarket Bomber Division will race on the infield oval. Tommy Gooch has the starting lineups.
And now, as we like to say, time for something completely different here. The Gales Auto Aftermarket Bombers have brought 18 cars to the track tonight for their 6th round.
Ten laps, top 5 to the A main here tonight. Jamie Turner, Jordan Poirier on the front row. Who will make it to the A main? We'll find out in 10 laps. Kyle McKenzie ready to throw the green flag. The last chance dance for the Cool Kids Corpac Sprint Cars.
Here we go, a tough B main here. Several former feature winners in this one, Jamie Turner and Jordan Poirier, still side by side in corner 1 and 2.
Turner the leader by just a little bit, but here comes Poirier fighting on the outside lines. They work it off of corner number 4 to complete the first lap.
And Turner, by a nose, leads the first lap here. And Poirier being scored as the 0 on the scoreboard, but actually the number 20, still side by side in corners 3 and 4 for the lead.
Here they come off the 4th corner. Basically, to get in the A main, you want to finish on the scoreboard here in this race. The top 5 will transfer. Turner, Poirier right now, along with Gartley, Hendricks, and Shirk right now are your top 5.
So Shirk holding that top 5 spot over Lee Winger, Steve Lyons, and Burbridge, who are going at it for position. They need to get single file here and try to run Shirk down.
Steve Lyons right now in that 6th spot on the outside looking in, works to the inside of Lee Winger and gets by. He'll set his sights on Scott Shirk now for that 5th spot as Shirk now pulls to the outside of Tyler Hendricks.
So it's Hendricks still in that 4th spot as Shirk tried to get it away from him momentarily. Gets up to the top side, and now Steve Lyons is right there for the final transfer spot.
Cross flags go up in the air. 5 laps on the board. 5 to go for Jamie Turner with Jordan Poirier second. Curtis Gartley right now in third. 4th is Tyler Hendricks. 5th is Scott Shirk. He would be the final transfer car at this point. 6th right now is Steve Lyons in the 9th. 7th is the 2 of Lee Winger. 8th is the 31 of John Burbridge Jr. 9th is Barry Beck Jr.
Everybody's got down to the bottom side except for Shirk here, who continues to run the top side pretty well, actually, as Lyons cannot do anything with him so far. 4 laps to go for Lyons, looking for that final transfer spot, the 9 and the 43 back there.
Turner puts another lap on the board. 3 more circuits around, and Steve Lyons works to the inside of the 43, put him in the final transfer spot.
So Shirk now gets on the hammer, drops it down to the middle side, and gets a good run out of corner 2, and now they're side by side for the final transfer as Turner up front gets the 2 to go signal.
We've heard many times that the drivers watch that scoreboard to see who's behind them, where they are. Right now, Steve Lyons knows if he can get by that 43, he's in a transfer spot. He's fighting side by side. Meanwhile, Jamie Turner will take the white flag.
Jordan Poirier doing a good job to keep up here with Turner, but not able to get past him yet. Still side by side for that final transfer spot at the white flag.
Through 3 and 4 for the final time. The B main checkered flag will go to Jamie Turner out of Caster Center. Jordan Poirier will come home in the 2nd spot. 3rd will go to Curtis Gartley. 4th will be Tyler Hendricks. And at the line, who will grab the 5th spot? They're side by side coming to the line. It's going to be Steve Lyons grabbing the spot. Wow, what a run for the driver to Carlisle. So Jamie Turner picks up the win in the 11 machine at a Caster Center. Jordan Poirier will come home in the second spot. Troubles for the 11 of Jamie Turner, it appears. Jordan Poirier comes home second, Curtis Gartley third. Then it was Tyler Hendricks, and a final corner pass by the 9 of Steve Lyons puts him into tonight's A main. An impressive run there by Steve Lyons. And you can see the left front broken on the 11 of Jamie Turner, but it broke at the right time, as he'll have time now to get that repaired for the A main as he comes home the winner in the B. First feature of the night, ready to go racing in the infield oval, and it looks like they may have to run a few laps around the track as some extra water was added during the qualifying heats. That is your 20-car field, 20 laps the distance for the Cool Kids Core Pack Sprint Cars. Ready to light up the sky, courtesy of Lone Wolf Fireworks. But first, we're going to send these cars 4 wide to salute you, the fans. So, ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. Next time these cars come by, wave them on. 20 strong, here to put a show on for you. The Strickland GMC Pace Truck will lead them down the backstretch. They're 4 wide and fancy. This is the Cool Kids Ice and Water Core Pack Merchandising Sprint Cars. White flag is displayed Ohsweken Speedway. Next time by, we're going green flag racing, 20 laps the distance for the Cool Kids Core Pack Sprint Cars. 2 by 2, 10 rows of beautifully prepared sprint cars ready to come to life. The Strickland GMC Pace Truck pulls off the track. Mitch Brown, Ryan Turner on the front row. Kyle McKenzie with double greens in hand. Ladies and gentlemen, you came looking for a show. Well, here you go. Let's end all the anticipation as we bring to you our feature presentation.
Some heavy hitters starting in the top 6 in this one. Mitch Brown, last week's feature winner, leads the way out of corner 2. 3 wide for the second spot. Nida and Turner and Poirier all in there.
3 wide for the second spot. Mitch Brown, your leader, working off of corner number 4. And the point leader will lead lap number 1. Nida and Turner going at it for second.
Turner may have a good run out of corner 2 here, but Nida gets a better run off the bottom, holds the second spot for the moment. Here comes Poirier again, trying to make it 3 wide in corner 3.
Across the stripe for lap number 2. 3 cars going at it for the second spot. Poirier right there in that middle line will work by Ryan Turner and into third. Dane Nida right now remains in second. The battle continues though for third as Ryan Turner now looks low on the 28 FM.
Glenn Stires lurking back there in 5th, but Dave Dykstra gets to his inside. Meanwhile, up front, second place up for grabs. Now Poirier takes that over as Nida caught a bump in turn 2. Yellow flag out though, as Curtis Gartley and Havard Daniels get tangled up in corner 4.
Havard Daniels just about went over. That car tipped over on its side, but landed back on all 4 wheels, and the yellow flag flies the first time 3 laps in.
Don't anticipate any damage on either of those cars, guys. Both of them just kind of had a slight bicycle as they were stopping there. Both cars should be able to push off and go right away. Quick announcement, we found our 2-seat winner, Ray Osborne. Congrats to Ray Osborne. He paid $5 for 3 tickets, and now he's going to have the ride of a lifetime here at the end of the night.
1081 69C47X. After the 47X 11.
So Havard Daniels, his first start back here since 2014. Spent all of last year down in New Zealand, where he's from. Welcome back to him, but he has a rough start to go at the beginning of this one, 3 laps in and 17.
As Adam Ross put it, the best race he's ever seen on pavement. Caden Lapsevich finished second to Alex Labbé with an amazing run. So I want to say a good shout out to Caden Lapsevich and for carrying our colors tonight. They almost got it done with our Weekend on the Hood down in Quebec in the NASCAR Pinty Series, and we want to wish them the best. Of course, the race from Sunset, they'll be talking about us, I'm told also. That is noon on TSN 2 if you want to watch that event. And of course, the Weekend colors will come out in next week's broadcast. Tommy.
So, Greg, we're almost set to go here. 3 laps on the board and 17 to go. Green flag in hand on the starter stand with Kyle McKenzie.
Mitch Brown has set the pace. Point leader on the front of this line. Brings them back to the green flag. Downtown Mitch Brown leads over Dane Nida. Steve Poirier right there. Looks low on Dynamite.
So Poirier with a good run. Slides up a little bit in corner 2, but gets the pass done as Nida back to third for the moment. Poirier looked quick in that middle groove here. Goes after Mitch Brown.
Brown wheeling that car down on that inside line, and I think that's where you need to be in this one here tonight. A very dry surface, and Mitch Brown keeps getting better and better with all the tracks he's visited. He's getting better on these dry tracks, but here comes the fireball, Steve Poirier.
Yeah, this track a lot like it is on Nationals weekend, and Poirier is always fast on those nights, and he's again fast, but slides up in corner 2. Brown opens up a bit of a lead again. Poirier hard into corner 3, though, as Brown slides up. Poirier to the inside, side by side at the line.
And Mitch Brown opens the door just a little bit. That allows the fireball to shoot on by. Here comes Brown, though, back down to the inside in corner 2. Grab the lead back now down the backstretch.
Yeah, Poirier has not figured out how to get that 28 FM through corner 2 yet, and that's how Brown took the lead back. But again, Poirier with a good run through 3 and 4 takes the lead for the moment, but Brown will try to get him again in corner 2.
Brown very, very strong on the bottom side of corner number 2. That's his bread and butter right now. He stays pinned to that guardrail down the inside line. Poirier a lane up across the stripe. He'll lead lap number 8.
Brown again catching up to Poirier here, but Poirier alters his line a bit in 1 and 2, trying to get some bite, and it works that time as he opens up a lead heading out of corner 2. Behind them, Nida and Turner going at it for the 3rd spot.
And troubles for the 0 car of Glenn Styres. The Ford power plant may have some issues for Styres in the 0 machine as he coasts around the outside in corner number 4.
So the switch to the white bodywork this week did not bring about better luck for Glenn Styres.
Well, Glenn has not had a typical Glenn Styres season, although you remember a year ago, he didn't start off all that great, and then he went on that big tear in the summer, and it was right around this time, right around the Triple Crown Showdown 1 year ago, where he caught on fire, and next thing you know, he's the Core Pack champion.
Yeah, he got 5, I believe it was 5 feature wins in a row through late June through to the end of July, but this will not be the week for Styres to do that, I don't think, as he goes straight to the pits in the 0 car.
Take a look at this racing surface. White flag being displayed by Kyle McKenzie. With Poirier your leader over Mitch Brown, the point leader. Dane Nida came in third place in points. He sits 3rd right now in the running order.
Well, Greg, I'm not sure if you heard me, but broken motor for Styres. There was fluid out the bottom of the 0 car. That's why they didn't need their 2 minutes. The engine broke on the 0.
So we'll come back to the green flag with Fireball. Steve Poirier, your leader, 8 laps in, 12 to go. Mitch Brown in 2nd. Dane Nida 3rd. Green flag goes back in the air.
Poirier gets a good start there. Single file past the cone. Nida going to work on Mitch Brown, and Nida may have found something here on this restart.
Dane Nida's had a really good 2016 so far, and we talked about that at the top of the night. Here he is in contention for another one.
Well, Nida had some time to readjust and regroup there, and he's chosen to go to the middle groove here, working on Brown still, as Ryan Turner has switched to the bottom side in the 91. He catches a rut down in corner 1 and 2, though, and falls back.
through 3 and 4, coming to the cross flags. The Fireball, Steve Poirier on cruise control now, out in front. Mitch Brown second, Dane Nida in third. Ryan Turner runs in the 4th spot. 5th is Dave Dykstra. 6 through 10 is Jim Hoopin and Corey Turner, Jake Brown, Derek Jonathan, and Dylan Westbrook.
Ryan Turner still working on trying to catch those top 3 again. Gets up to the top side in 3 and 4 as he makes a run on Nida. Meanwhile, Dave Dykstra is catching the top 4 as well.
So Poirier stretching his advantage as he's almost got a straightaway lead now over Mitch Brown. Dane Nida holding down that 3rd spot, but here comes Ryan Turner doing a little rim riding, trying to get by Dynamite as they drag race down the front stretch.
And Turner's making that top side work. Meanwhile, trouble on, looks like the 69C of Miller, and also a car upside down in corner number 3.
Connor Mahoney is the car that got upside down in the 5C.
Safety crew on the scene quickly and already have the car back on 4 wheels, so that's a good sign that the driver is likely okay.
Well, good sign over here. Connor Mahoney out of his car, walking around, ladies and gentlemen, of the 5C. A lot dejected, but a lot okay.
Stay there, stay on 10, stay on 10. We got it, we got it.
The safety crew up in corner 4 retrieving the wheel that went astray on the Miller machine.
Well, if you put 2 and 2 together there, it's likely, I didn't see that one, but it's likely that Miller and Mahoney got together there. When these cars ride up over each other's.
Each of Jim Hoopin, 8th, the 81 of Derek Jonathan, 9th, 2nd place point driver, the Little Bend 110 of Jake Brown. And then Dylan Westbrook completing our top 10 here. So the white flag spin display, time to settle it. 8 laps left. Does anyone have anything for the Fireball? That's the question. Steve Poirier, that 28 FM. The driver of St. Matthew de Beloit, Quebec.
Well, that's exactly what Mitch Brown said to us during his Ackland Insurance Top Gun Award interview. And he's chasing Poirier here. Green flag out once again.
Green flag up in the air, and they fire it down into corner number 1. Dane Nida again makes the move towards Mitch Brown, but can't make it stick in the outside line.
Nida slid up high there in corner 2, and Ryan Turner tried to get a run. And Turner again to the bottom now in 3 and 4 to the inside on Nida for the 3rd spot.
Poirier works it gingerly down through that bottom groove through 1 and 2, continues to strengthen his advantage over Mitch Brown. Dane Nida working that outside line, trying everything he can to get around the 10 machine.
Dylan Westbrook in the 47X is starting to pick off a few spots here on the outside groove as he now gets to the outside of Jim Hoopinen for about the 7th spot, but up front it's all Poirier opening up his lead over Brown, and here comes Nida again for 2nd.
The big high five for the Fireball, Steve Poirier. 5 laps to go. Mitch Brown remains in 2nd. The battle right now on the track is for position number 4. You got Dave Dykstra and Ryan Turner going at it side by side.
Yeah, Dykstra on the bottom side, not usually where we see him run, and Turner on the top side, not necessarily where we see him run. So these guys working on that position as Nida still working over Brown for 2nd.
Dylan Westbrook has definitely made a little bit of hay here since the restart, working on the outside line as he has moved from the 10th spot up to the 7th position now.
So Poirier still with the lead here with 3 laps left to settle it. Brown holding 2nd, then Nida. Then it's that fight for the 4th spot, which is still up in the air between Dykstra and Turner. They're both catching the top 3.
2 to go for the Fireball, Steve Poirier. Mitch Brown remaining there in second. The fight for third now heating up as Dykstra and Turner beginning to reel in Dane Nida, as the leader will come down this time by to see the white flag.
Poirier getting into some traffic maybe here, and now Poirier off of corner 4, the white flag in the air. Behind them, Brown still holding off Nida, Dykstra, and Turner.
Steve Poirier works it into corner number 3 for the final time. He'll drive it tight to the wall off of corner 4 and see the checkered flag. Steve Poirier picks up the win. Mitch Brown will grab second. Third will go to Dane Nida. Fourth will be Dave Dykstra, and Ryan Turner completes the top 5.
So Poirier, Brown, Nida, Dykstra, and Turner, your top 5. Then it's Corey Turner, Dylan Westbrook, Jake Brown, Jim Hoopinen, and Jamie Turner rounding out the top 10. So Steve Poirier, your feature winner here tonight. We'll send Greg Callan down to Mobile One Victory Lane to get a word for the driver from St. Mathieu de Beloeil, Quebec. Winning 50-50 ticket will be drawn by our next feature winner from the mini stocks, so keep an eye on your 50-50 tickets for the next feature winner interview.
Lone Wolf Fireworks lighting up the sky as we have the Fireball, Steve Poirier, down here in Mobile One Victory Lane. I want to thank Lone Wolf Fireworks, official fireworks supplier of Oshwegan Speedway. They'll have you ready for Canada Day next weekend. Check them out, Highway 54 in Middleport, or find them online and on Facebook, Lone Wolf Fireworks. The Fireball, Steve Poirier, getting all the safety gear off, and he's about to climb out of the 28 FM. His last time here, he lost by inches at the line to Brian Hallen. Tonight, he wouldn't be denied. Let's hear it for the Fireball, Steve Poirier. Well, Steve, little redemption after your last visit here in the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. But I'll tell you what, this track tonight kind of seemed like a Nationals track.
Yeah, it was pretty slippery. We were kind of not knowing exactly what to do because it's not the same slippery as National, where it's later. It's more like a black, shiny slippery. Tonight was more like a dusty slippery, and we're kind of searching a little bit. The bottom is not exactly the place where I like to run here, so I saw that was the place to be. I kind of had a couple of good opportunity to get to the front, but after that I felt like I was slow. So that, I'm going to be passed on the outside, and I'm going to be pissed that maybe the outside come at the end, and I would have the surprise. But luckily, it was just good enough for the win.
Who would you like to thank for the victory?
Thanks, Kevin, Luke, my father tonight for my DL. Good sponsor, Stealth Raceware, Industrie FM, Fondation 4 Saisons, and Pompage Mega.
All right, let's hear it for the Fireball, Steve Poirier, tonight's winner. And we'll move down here to Mitch Brown. Well, you went for 3 in a row, and when you get beat by Steve Poirier, still not a bad night.
Yeah, not a bad night. Those guys you're gonna race against in September, so you got to learn to race with them, and it's good. Most people pucker up when they come here to race, but I enjoy it.
Who do you want to thank for the second place?
Just everybody that helps me. Haldex, Hills Tires, Strode's, Bicknell Racing Products, my dad, my brother. They put a lot of work in.
All right, let's hear it for the point leader downtown, Mitch Brown. I wasn't sure who we were going to see in third place because that was a great battle there at the end of it. Dynamite, Dane Nida, you're up on the podium again. You're knocking on the door, and that's what you need to do to get up there to the checkered flag.
Yeah, we just got to get a little bit closer. I feel like we're gaining on it just little by little. Thought we almost had Mitch there at the line, but fell just a little bit short, so we'll try to work on it. It's coming. It's just a little bit too slow, and it's driving me crazy, but we're gaining on it. I'm trying to be patient and just improve every night.
Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my buddy Patrick Poore. He had a good setup on the car tonight. Steve Barrow helps us out too, and my son Darren here tonight too. So just appreciate all their help. All
right, there you have it. Dana White, Dane Nida comes home in third. The Fireball, Steve Poirier, gets some redemption after losing the Canadian Sprint Car Nationals. He finds his way to Mobile One Victory Lane.
Well, guys, now we're set for the HRW Automotive Mini Stock A feature. 28 cars strong starting this one. 36 signed in tonight. Your 28 fastest are in the 15-lap feature event. Starting 28th from Hagersville, the Tim's Tires number 26 will be Tim Newell. Starting 27th from London, the BDS Enterprises number 49 is Gary Hodgson. Starting 26th from St. George, the number 42 is Joe DeBoer. Starting 25th from Caledonia, it's the pinball, Mike Iverson, and the number 11. Starting 24th from Brantford, the Marble Slav 22 is Brittany Myers. Starting 23rd from